Hi everybody and welcome to Hann-Made Studio. I'm Cheryl Hann-Woodlock. In this upcoming tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the basic pinch pot. That is this pot here. From this pot, we can make all these amazing things. So stay tuned to find out. The materials that you are going to need today to make this pinch pot to create all of the other things is just some hand building clay. And hand building clay can either be stoneware or earthenware. I'm using an earthenware hand building clay and it's called School White by Clayworks. So this is the School White by Clayworks here, and it is my go-to clay for basic hand building. If you want to use a finer clay, you are more than welcome, but this is my recommendation for beginners to start with. So you will need about half a kilo, that's 500 grams. We'll see you soon. We're going to start with our clay, so I'm going to show you how to work with your clay. You've got your bag, pull it down. Don't cut the bag, the plastic, because that's going to help keep your clay fresh and help keep it from drying out. So just pull it down. I'm going to be using around about half a kilo, but half a kilo is going to go across there. That's around about 1.5 kilos, nearly 2 kilos. So what I want to do is cut across first, and then I'm going to cut off another block. You don't cut a thin slab, otherwise you're going to end up with clay that is not going to be workable. It's going to have little air pockets in it. So I'm going to be using my wedging wire, and my wedging wire is fishing line and it's got a peg on the end of it. So let's cut through this. So now I have got my clay to start with. All I want is a handful. So a handful is really easy to use. I'm going to cut this across this way, and that gives me another piece. And now I'm going to cut it across there. And that's roughly around about 500 grams. How do I know? I've been doing this for a very long time. I now have my block of clay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these edges, tap all these edges, so they're going to go into more of a round shape rather than the square that I've got. So by doing that, I'm going to cup my hand so the inside is nice and round, and I'm going to tap into the palm of my hand. And you can see that has already gone slightly round. And I'm going to do that around all the sides. It's getting round, so I've still got a flat bottom, so now I'm really going to get into this and tap it into a round shape. I now have roughly a round ball. Here I have a crease. That's not too bad. I'm going to not worry about that. The next thing I'm going to do is a goudet with my thumb. My thumb is actually going to go into the clay, and it's going to go right down to around about 1/2 inch from the bottom, or a little bit more. I'm also going to be using my fingers and use the pinching technique. I don't pinch really hard. It's just nice little pinches. So it's my thumb and my fingers doing this. Now, sometimes you get tired and you do that, which means you're actually not pinching onto your thumb. And some people splay their fingers. If you have your fingers working together, you're going to get a really nice, even round shape. So that is the technique that we use. So first of all, I've got my clay in my hand. You can have it sitting on your board, that's fine, and then press down. With little children, I recommend to do this. But for adults, I like to feel that as I'm pressing down, I can feel the pressure of my thumb getting closer to my hand. So it is a feeling thing, and I much prefer that you can actually feel it. So into the palm of my hand it goes, And now I'm going to use my thumb and just press down. Now I can feel that pressure now, and if I want to check how far I've gone, I'm just putting my finger there, and my finger is roughly there, and that's where I've gone down to. So I've got around about just over ½ an inch, and I think that's enough for what I want to do. You can make it thinner, but making it thicker to start with means that it's not going to collapse as quickly. The next thing I'm going to do is, I've only got a small hole. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my thumb in, and I'm twisting my thumb around just to make that hole really even. Sometimes you don't get it in the dead center. It's okay. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start pinching. Now my fingers are going almost to the center of my pot, and then I'm just going to go around and pinch. So it's going to go around about 3 times. So I'm pinching. And my pinch marks are not very big. They're actually quite small. And I keep rotating it on my hand. So I've got little rotations occurring. You can see that now. And I keep pinching until I can feel the right thickness. So that's about the right thickness. I'm going to move my fingers up slightly so they're up a little bit higher now, and I'm going to go around and pinch again. Now, when I look at the inside, it's actually getting larger. This hole is now a little bit larger. It doesn't look overly large, but it is getting larger. So I've done pinching up to here. I've done 1/3. Now I'm going to move my fingers up a little bit more and do some more pinching. And what I'm doing is I'm also feeling the thickness of the walls between my thumb and my fingers. If you're not too sure, close your eyes and just let your fingers feel the thickness of the walls. You will feel it if you allow your fingers to relax and just... So now I've done that, the hole is getting wider again. I don't want to push it too wide because I want to keep that hole. It will widen up easily by itself. Going up a little bit higher and going around again. Remember, very gentle squeezes, lots and lots of squeezing. And you want to make it so that you actually can't see really big pinches. Now, if I pinch too hard, you can actually see those finger marks. That's miles too hard. Remember to keep it nice and gentle. So the hole is a lot bigger now. I can almost fit nearly 3 fingers in there. I'm just changing hands, so I could use both hands for doing this. Now I'm going to pinch again, and I'm going to not pinch right at the very top, but near the top. So away we go. Now that's about the 3rd time around, and I have pretty much a pinch pot. You can keep it fairly thick for doing your projects, for doing your sculptures. It means that it won't collapse. If you wait a little bit longer till it gets a little bit firmer, then you can do your decoration. Anyway, this is our pinch pot. This is the start of a lot of the projects. So there you go. You've made your first pinch pot. If you like what you've seen today, could you please hit the like button and remember to subscribe and ring that bell. This is just the beginning of your creative journey. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.